When entities attack. So I am going to be breaking this down on different levels for different mindsets. So first we have for people who give their power away and refuse to take their power back or don't know how to take their power back. And then we'll have it for people who know for sure that the I am is the only way, power, the truth, and the light. Either way, you can heal, but one way is just more permanent, while the other is more like baby steps or temporary. Now, I recommend taking the baby steps until you build your quote unquote spiritual weight up. So, the way you're able to or this is going to be the way that you're able to uncover like all the ins and the outs of how manipulation is done by things outside of you. And once you notice them intimately in your outside world, then you'll be able to spot it inside yourself. But you really, really, really got to get into the external noticing of it. So just the way you want to do that is you just want to notice when you're pointing fingers, blaming others, blaming things outside of yourself. So it could be not that you're blaming another person, but let's say you're blaming the government. Or let's say you're not blaming the government, but you're blaming, the taxes. Just anytime you're going to be blaming something outside of yourself, you don't got to tell it to anybody. You don't have to admit it to anybody. You don't even have to admit it to yourself. Just acknowledge it. Just see it. Just say, okay, I see it, and then keep it moving. Now, as you do that, eventually you're going to put some things together. You're going to be like, oh, damn, those things that I'm being judgmental about, it's like, I see how those things play out inside of me. And then that'll be like some of the revelations. And then eventually be like, okay, let me just go ahead and take a seat somewhere and re-examine this. Just give me a moment here. And then, you can connect your dots for yourself. And like I said, this can be done totally internally. You don't have to talk about it with people. People don't have to know. So, when entities attack, the title is a little dramatic, as entities don't really attack as so much as answer a call. So it can, however, feel like an attack, but I want to reassure you that everything is here to help us. So y'all remember that old church hymnal, I got Jesus on the main line? Well, some of us got something on the main line. It might be Jesus, it might be something else. So, an entity is a thing with distinct and independent existence. So, an entity is not necessarily a good or bad thing, but because we are talking about attacks, we're addressing it in the not so good feeling kind of way. So, entities, good or bad, answer a call. The call in this circumstance is slow, vibrational, or a wounding, because again we're talking about attacks. Now the connection is made through a frequency we vibe in or vibe with, and another way to say it is we connect to an entity via the response we make or take to an incident or wounding or trauma that happens to us. In this example, the issue is the wounding frequency or the wounded energy. The wounding happens or the trauma happens when we accept something that is not true as the truth, but in all actuality is not the truth. It's not true for us, our energy, or our energy signature. The wounded frequency or energy is actually the explanation to why bad things happen to good people, and the resolution is to heal your traumas and wounds and know yourself and stand strong in who you are. Like Whitney Houston said, if I fail, if I succeed, at least I lived as I believe. And in most cases, you have to go through into your childhood rearing and kick it out the door. You may not need to kick it all out the door, but that's where you're going to need to start.
Aaron,
So,
just calling you, dude.
once you have believed a lie, you are now traumatized or wounded, and in that frequency or energy, you are breached and you are open to attack. As long as you believe a lie or wound, you have the frequency in which entities on that wounding frequency, on the wounding, lying, traumatizing frequency, can attack. If you don't believe the lies, you cannot be attacked. But we are inundated with media, family, social pressures, politics, and peers that are all influenced by the media to make sure you stay wounded and to make sure that line of attack stays open like an open tab at the bar. But it's time to close that out, time to shut it down. Of course, when you're ready. But, you gotta go at your own pace so that you can really, really, really learn yourself. Fears and temptations of all kinds are the control mechanisms. And self-knowledge and self-mastery is the way out. Self-knowledge and mastery is the great I am principle. Just remember, people who want power have to make sure people are not following their intuition, following a trend or popular it thing or anything outside of yourself. Instead is their goal. Following your intuition would take control away from outside sources and put it back to you, which hopefully is what is going to become your goal. Now, you have to believe yourself before you believe anything outside of you. I mean, even if you dumb as a box of rocks, and my apologies to rocks, they're really not dumb, but you guys know what I mean. Even if you think you are dumb as a box of rocks, still believe you before you believe anything that's on TV, radio, what your mama said, or anything else like that. And in the next video, in the next entity video, we're going to address the topic from the I am point of view.